Good morning. Good morning. Morning, Greta. Jesus Christ, she's grumpy. Every morning it's exactly the same. Never answers. Oh well, she's almost as grumpy as me. Well, however, back to us. The van. Uh, the last week, it was a big fight. I was double-minded. At some point, I genuinely thought I'm gonna get the engine out and put my Beamer engine back in because I knew it was working. Power wise, it was kind of alright. When finally spools, I had my GT3582R at the beginning. That was put on by a mistake because this has been sold to me as a GT30. I didn't bother to check because obviously it was sold from a friend of mine. He genuinely thought it was a GT30 76. So, no one's fault. I didn't check, and it spooled at. It started to spool at 3,000 RPMs and then had full boost at 4,000 RPMs, which you can imagine is a no-go for a van like this because it's an expedition car. You have to have lots of torque, low down on RPMs, and just go. So I say, okay, fuck it, this is not good. Let's try a smaller turbo, but I don't want to spend mega money on a genuine. So I bought this Chinese GT30, which, to be honest, is fucking is good. The quality is good. The only thing I've changed, obviously, I've put this V-band flange on the back. I welded on the exhaust housing. I had to modify on the lathe because the original flange was up to here on 4 bolts, and I wanted to be this exhaust housing exactly as this one, the position of the V-band for the exhaust, because I simply didn't want it to modify my downpipe because I didn't really know which direction I'm going to. If that turbo is gonna go back, if this is gonna be good, whatever. Plus, less work as possible because I'm already late with my other jobs, more important jobs. This is a friend of mine, Volkswagen camper van. I was supposed to work on it last week, and I spent last week all working on this one and this week as well. So I'm feeling very guilty about it, but we really had to get this sorted. So time was an issue, trying to rush everything, put it on, and surprise, there was no go. It was exactly the same. It started to spool at 3,000, full boost at 4,000 RPM. So I said, okay, I blame the turbo, maybe the Chinese turbo. The genuine got it that they spool exactly the same. And I should knew better at that time because this Chinese turbos now they're getting better and better. So, I don't believe that now because I found the problem. Hold it. So a friend of mine, which I'm doing the patrol for him, again, exactly the same engine, 606 with the manual 5-speed diesel patrol gearbox, the 3-liter one, because the 2.9 will not resist, without standing chance. He said, look, let's try my turbo. I have this nice DGT VNT turbo, variable vane turbo. He has a controller for it and everything, so I'll make a quick adapter, which you may be able to see from here, kind of. Yeah, there you go. From my T3 flange to this very strange square flange for these turbos, but they're supposed to be very good actually. They're not really that common in this country, actually over the Europe. They use them a lot in Thailand and some other places. And he had it for Steve, and it's supposed to be, obviously it's VNT, so it has to spool very quick. Guess what? We put it on, same story. It doesn't want to spool. I said, this is fucking wrong. Something's wrong. Obviously, the problem doesn't come from the turbo size; it comes from someone else. Now the engine is good because this engine when I bought the whole car, it was actually a replacement engine. It was a date stamped in it, and we thought this is probably like 50,000 miles top engine because the car itself had not even 100,000 miles, I believe, I can't remember exactly. And this engine was swapped just, a few years ago. So 50,000 miles, that's like top. So it's really a fresh engine. I've changed the head gasket for a better one. I've changed my head bolts for reinforced ones. So now the timing was okay, the engine is spot on, the pump timing was fine, although I used to play a little bit with. And however, I say, okay, the problem must be with the pump, although I paid, the pump's supposed to be set up, that's what I paid for. It's supposed to be just the final adjustments on the ALDA system, so fueling, compression to boost. but that wasn't the case. So, and it took me yesterday 12 hours because this plenum has to come off 6 times. And it is actually not easy access because you see the dual plenum I made, this is actually on the top of the bolts here. And it's fucking tiny there, it's very tight over there. So in order to get it back to the pump, this has to come off. So every time, plenum off. And you have to go back to, you have to get access to the back of the pump's governor, which I'll show you now. This is a 603 pump, which is the one I have, well, slightly different, but doesn't matter. And this here is the governor which sits on the pump like this, and you have to access the back of it. This is the settings you got on the back of the pump, the governor. This is the brain of the mechanical pump, which they're very, very clever, but quite complicated. And to be honest with you, I'm not really specialist in this pump, so I'm just starting to learn about them now. I mean, usually I fit them on because they already set up. You just have to adjust the ALDA system, which is maximum, obviously, fuel. Well, the fueling at the no boost and fueling when the boost comes on, etc., etc. So me trying to do some adjustments, nothing makes difference, makes it worse, come back, do it 6 times, and the 6th time, it was afternoon, it was like 5-6 o'clock, and I was here till 5 o'clock in the morning. So I said, this is a no-go, I don't know what to do. I was genuinely desperate, and I was like, okay, fuck it, if this doesn't work, this engine has to come off. I don't know, I may change the whole pump, I don't know. I was just giving up, you know. I was right pain ass, angry at everyone, obviously, like a woman on her period. And so the last adjustment, I actually played with the torque capture, which is this, obviously controls how the flywheel action goes on and on. But it's a bit complicated, but I don't have a time now. Plus, I can probably explain it to you. I understand how it works, but I may explain it the wrong way, so I don't want you to do, okay, I know how it works because you told me that. No. This is me experimenting. It's like, I think I know how it works. I've proven it, I know how it works now, but I don't want it to explain because this is probably going to use the wrong terminology or something like this. I don't want to. However, turn it on, reverse the van, it was like, whoa, this feels slightly better. So I went out and, well, you've seen the results from the last video, and I promise you the video does not make it justice. It actually gets light on the steering wheel in the 2nd and 3rd gear. It is unbelievable. It exceeds all my expectations. I mean, I was happy with 300 brakes, and I'm not exaggerating now if I'm gonna tell you that this thing now, it makes way over 400 brakes, because I know how much power does it take to push this vehicle. And so I'm over the moon, and we're only running 2.2 bar of boost, and I can run safely 3 bar, and we have plenty of fuel for that. So, you know, potential is there, but my transfer case is not gonna survive for long. So in overall, from the last week and the last couple of days was, fuck me, I hate it, I don't know what's going on. I was desperate to the point of saying I'm probably gonna put my M57 back in, because, you know, I know it is what it is, but it doesn't give you any problems. It's just, you know, put it on, it's all complete, and fuck off. To the mix change, now I fucking love that 606 setup with that automatic transmission, with the off gear controller. The gear changes is instant. I have the different valve body coming down with the modifications, the valves and everything, so make it even better, stronger. The gearbox is mega strong. My transfer case, although is not very strong, actually I'm surprised it's still in the fan. I was expecting it to be over the place, you know, somewhere in the middle of the road, pieces. But still holds. Eventually I want to put a Nissan Patrol Y61 transfer case to this gearbox somehow, because that way I can unleash the full power, no problems. Now I'm never gonna use it, but I can without any problems, without, you know, the whole transmission, it can hold twice the power this engine will ever make. So that's it good. Today I will have to take that turbo out. I've tested, I'll make the video, I'll show it now. After this I'm gonna play the video obviously on the road, 3rd gear, how it spools, etc, etc. But now today I have to take this turbo out, clean everything properly, put my GT30 back on, because obviously that turbo has to go in there. So I cannot use it. Plus again, it's not my turbo. If the GT30 doesn't perform as I want to, which I think it will, I will get one of these turbos here because they're fucking amazing. If you think to using one, use it. This is called, this is an RHF55V, and it's fucking amazing. Honestly, it exceeds all expectations. I mean, I was speaking with Steve. I said, Steve, do you think will you be able to push 350, maybe 400 brakes? And he was like, 350, probably yes. 400 on diesel, I don't know. Maybe we don't really have much info on because again they're not really that popular in over the Europe. And fuck, we all had a big surprise. They're incredible and they're very compact and light. I mean, you get a whole set series turbo VGT ones, but they're huge and mega heavy. And this is not heavier than the GT35, to be honest. It's very compact, very small. And the variable vane system is designed so good it will never break, it will never give you issues. It's incredible. It's so very good turbo. If you think to using one, go for it. And well, you've seen how it goes on the video from yesterday. So yeah, today play with the turbos, swap them around, get this one in, see how it spools, and if I'm happy with it, I'm just gonna leave it. But to be honest, I'm really tempted to get one of these because it goes on full boost very, very nicely. So again, over the moon, extremely happy. From being very desperate and very unhappy and starting to hate it a few days after. This shows you have to be consistent, finding the problem. Don't be impulsive as me. A problem, oh fuck it, get another engine. No. Solve your problems out. You'll be happier then. I am. I can tell you that. So.